So, welcome back to the Video Garage. Today, in front of us, we have got a number of Turbosmart BOV valves. Now, I'm joined by Nick, who is our main man when it comes to Turbosmart. We're going to run through the differences between a number of valves that we've got here to try and give you an idea of what would be most suited to, again, the setup that you're running on your car. So, initially, we've got electronic valves, we've got mechanical valves, dual port and pump back. So start off by telling us
what's a pump back?
Oh,
leave it in.
Right. So
go on.
Tell us what's the difference between pump back,
Plumb back, right? Okay.
Dual port.
Right. So what you've got here, I mean, again, this is a plumb back valve. So as you can see there, I don't know if they'll be able to see that, but hopefully. So when the valve releases, this feeds all of the excess boost pressure back into the intake side built into the turbo, which means with an open-ended induction kit, you get the flutter that people look for. But you don't get the real big whooshing noise that you get out of a dual port. Albeit this is electronic and this is mechanical, but this is a dual port. So as you can see, the valve has, on this one, it's built behind the O-ring so that it's feeding straight back into the intake side with the excess boost pressure. This one will feed a certain amount back in to keep the ECU happy, and then release some to atmosphere. So if you want to be a bit yobbo, bit of an asbo, this is your one. But it does keep the ECU happy based on the fact that just here, which I don't know whether you'll be able to see on the video, but you've got a hole here and an atmospheric hole here. This one will reinsert back into the intake side a proportion of the excess boost pressure to keep the ECU happy so that you don't get limp modes and so on.
Sound. So then obviously, as you've just sort of commented on there, you've got mechanical and electronic. Why is the two? And what's
so a lot of new cars now, including the Fiestas, your Golf R's, your S3s, so the MQB platform stuff, and the sort of Fiesta based stuff is all moving over to an electronic diverter valve as standard. So Turbosmart used to use a jack plug to keep the ECU happy, so it thought effectively that it was getting a signal back from the standard DV. But what the mechanical one does is go back onto a VAC line, and that's why you use a boost reference adapter, which does come in the kit. Now, on stage 3 cars, such as the VT330 for example, we recommend that you use this. We wouldn't use an electronic one because you're running such a lot more boost, a lot more airflow is going through there. We're not confident that this would work, and also it's quite a big unit, so trying to fit it in with an extended trumpet and so on for the intake side is a bit difficult. But Turbosmart moved over to the electronic valve, which meant that you could literally just take out your DV, unplug it, put the new one in, plug it back in, and this one is up to 400 times faster than a standard DV. It's stronger, it's significantly stronger, and it uses a brass piston. So ultimately, it's almost like OEM Plus. You know, you're taking a product that's made from plastic, suffers from the heat. So you've got a lot of heat cycles, obviously, as the car's getting used, particularly on a tuned car. So the plastic will tend to fatigue over time. The rubber inside it'll tend to fatigue. Whereas this is obviously a machine billet component. That's stronger. It uses a brass piston and nitride O-rings, so that you're not gonna find those issues once you've replaced.
Obviously, we've covered the difference between dual port, plumb back, and we've also covered the difference between mechanical and electronic.
Yes.
What sort of advice would you give to someone that's not necessarily got any desire to go and put a new hybrid turbo on the car, or not necessarily much of a desire to go and tune the car an awful lot?
Okay, so if someone's looking for a replacement DV and they're only ever tending to, or looking to go to something like a Stage 2 car, Stage 2 Pro, something like that, but keeping the stock turbo in place, then you would definitely use an electronic valve. It works so much better than the original, and it is literally bomb-proof. It's going to last forever. And the resale value of these is usually quite high because there's such a high demand in the market. If you're going to move over to a different turbo solution, albeit a hybrid, we work for a hybrid VT330 to any electronic valve, or any that uses parts of the original valve and then plugs in. It's just not right, and that's why you get the really bad sort of turkey noises, pigeon noises, which is effectively compressor surge because it can't get rid of the amount of excess boost pressure quick enough. This valve is much stronger with it because it works against a spring, as well as using effectively like an air bearing. So this is what we would use on a stage 3 car, and really anybody with a stage 3 car should be using one of these.
Okay, so I'm pretty confident that we've gone over 2 minutes, however, nice and informative. So again, if you've got any questions about this, Nick is the man to speak to. But other than that, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Again, any questions, leave them in the comments section below, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.